A quick summary of your champ. Malphite, a massive creature of living stone, is a brutal tank with a lot of CC. His power spike is at level 6. His goal is to hit as many people as possible with his ult and then stick to the enemy backline. Most of the time, he wants to stick to his team, as he can't do much on his own. Okay, so here's what your enemy will probably try to do. Veigar is a late game control mage with a big burst. He starts to get strong from item 2 and only gets stronger as the game progresses. In the early game, he tries to safe farm. In the later stages of the game, he has strong teamfight. Malphite gets a large amount of armor passively from his W, which makes him pretty effective against AD heroes. A few tips on what to look out for about your opponent. Your enemy will want to avoid skirmishes and safely farm into a late game. Are you going to let them do that? Veigar gains bonus AP by killing minions or hitting opponents with his Q.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Going.
Your Conqueror rune excels in long trades and fights. You won't get much out of it in short trades.
Minions have spawned.
Moving as fast as I can.
Ignite is perfect for trades, as it puts true damage into your opponent while also reducing their healing, even from a summoner spell.
Got it.
The enemy has heal. You can weaken it quite a bit with your Ignite at the beginning of a trade. You have the tools to set up a mean gank for your jungler. Ganks can be a very reliable way to get ahead against a laner with limited mobility.
Okay. Die.
It's possible an enemy jungler could come check on you. Hey, I'd place wards if I were you.
Sure.
If your lane opponent is missing, ping it before your team ends up wrecked.
A summoner has reconnected. First blood.
You and your team can track enemy summoner spells through pings. It will give you an upper hand. Are you ready? The Drake will be here soon. Mid is not just a short lane, it also has a lot of access routes. A smart move is to watch out for ganks, keep your vision, and play towards that side. Drake is waiting. Rather don't be late. Towers have lost all protection. Now it could be worth taking their plates.
Got it.
Control wards are probably the best item in the game. Try to always have one down and don't be afraid to move it. Why don't you check your mini-map every few seconds? You'll die less, trust me.
Going.
New level, new ability, new challenges. Listen up for more intel about your opponent. Veigar's R gives more damage when the enemy is low on life. Both you and your opponent have champions that can roam effectively. You may want to factor this into your lane management.
Sure.
Level 6 changes some things. More tips coming. Don't forget to get involved in big team fights, especially around important objectives. When Malphite ults, he dashes in, dealing damage and knocking up enemies. He can follow that up with additional damage and win the fight for his team. The Rift Herald will be here soon. Try to get your lane ready so you can help the jungler if you need to. Sneaky, sneaky. The enemy team has a champion with invisibility. Think about using tools like vision wards and red trinkets to spoil their fun.
Moving as fast as I can.
Herald's already up. The turret plates are shaking with fear.
enemy.
Sure.
Beware the enemy team has Pike, who can execute low HP targets with his ult. If he does, he can even do it again. How to die less 101. Look at the mini map, repeat every 2 seconds, and that's it. Not gonna lie, your farm isn't exactly the best. Try to focus on it more, so at least you can buy boots. The enemy has a herald. Stand by. Keep warding on your mind so you don't get ganked.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
If you've got nothing going on, you can try to take a jungle camp when your jungler isn't looking. You can't say no to some extra gold.
Your turret has been destroyed.
You're missing a first-tier turret in the top lane. Be careful, their top might be roaming.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Forcing your opponent to back off and picking up the plates before they fall can
Rampage.
benefit your team a lot. You may even try to call your jungler.
Double kill.
Got it.
Shut down.
Okay.
What about buying control wards when you go back? Vision is much better than 75 gold weighing you down. From time to time, check what your opponent is buying to get a better idea of their current strength. It could be the bearer of bad news, but your bottom tower is down. Enemy bot lane rotates, ready to react. You've unlocked the blue tree. Swap it if you feel like it.
You have slain an enemy.
Stay on your toes. The enemy Varus can snipe you with his arrows or use his ult to snare the whole front line. Okay, there's a dragon in the pit that can put one team close to getting the dragon soul. So, who's it gonna be? Here's some tips about your champ. You're playing tank, so your goal is to absorb as much damage as possible and create space for your team. In fights, you can either try to find initiation, or you can protect and make space for your carry. Malphite always wants to keep an eye on the enemy's flash. If the enemy carries don't have flash, they are easy prey for his ultimate.
Yes.
Probably noticed this, but just in case, your mid tower is down. They'll be roaming and ganking like crazy unless you get vision into your jungle. Here are some tips about your opponent that might come in handy. Your enemy loves a good team fight. Watch out for them. Vagar uses his E to gain space and bursts the most important enemy targets with his ultimate.
An ally has been slain.
Going.
This game will be played on the Hextech map terrain. There will now be portals for champions to teleport around.
Sure.
This game will only spawn Hextech dragons. Their buff increases ability haste and attack speed. The enemy team has a lot of AD on their comp. Building armor might help to blunt their blades and take the edge off their damage. As team fight time approaches, think about who's the biggest threat on the enemy team and who you want to turn your focus on.
An ally has been slain. A summoner has reconnected. An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. Shut down.
Yes.
Baron is about to drill into the pit. Might be a good time to get good vision and clear enemy wards. Your team has a fairly good AoE crowd control. Abilities of an area effect are most useful in confined spaces like the jungle and river entrance.
has reconnected.
Going.
If it isn't everyone's favorite, Voidborn Monstrosity! Safely acquiring his buff could put the finishing touches on this game.
I'm moving as fast as I can.
I hate surprises, don't you? That's why I love to share the movement as much as possible. You've put a pace on the enemy this game. They can't keep up, but neither can your CS. Your team has a lot of AoE threat. Consider baiting your enemy into traps where you can unleash the Wombo combo. Your opposition has balanced their AoE and single target ability threat. They may be able to attempt multiple playstyles to catch you off guard in teamfights. You've got them on their back foot, and the dragon is spawned. Come and get it!
Double kill.
Your opponents have no interest in dying today. They have multiple ways of keeping themselves healed up. Consider how you can itemize to reduce this effect. Your team is bringing the heat with their teamfight ultimates. If this game descends into wall-to-wall brawls, it could probably favor you guys. The enemy team have got a nasty team fight when they have all their ultimates. Think of how you can catch them on cooldown or pick them off one by one.
Yes.
You have cooked up a total ARAM comp in this game. Consider how you can cause 5v5 fights whenever possible. Maybe neutral objectives can help you with that? The enemy team has the potential to land AoE CC. They will be most effective in confined spaces or if your team groups together in the lane. Thanks to that Hex Tech Drake you just slain, your team now has bonus attack speed and ability haste. Don't forget to check the enemy's items via tab from time to time. That way, you know how dangerous your opponents are. Want to make sure there's no comeback? Then start warding hard. Sometimes being a control freak is a good thing. Don't forget the Baron. His buff will help you push even faster, and you'll crush the enemies to dust. If you weren't winning so brutally, I'd remind you that your farm should be better. But I guess it doesn't matter now. Hex gates allow you to move around the map very quickly. They can be used to flank and surprise opponents, or just to move quickly from the base to the rest of the team.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
There are already very long death timers in late game, and even from one kill a team can gain a lot. Keep that in mind, and be careful of trapping, walking out of vision, and where you channel recall.
Okay.
When you have a second, try to think about the biggest threat on the enemy team for you, like which spell you need to flash in order to survive, and what you want to avoid. Good to know these things. Inhibitor's gone! That's handy. You can use those super minions and take a neutral objective, or push other lanes. Check that mini-map more, and you'll be king of the rift in no time. Your champ's power is greatest when you're around the team creating space for it. It might even be advantageous to drop some sideways. Don't forget to monitor the availability of your ultimate. It can have a big impact on the fight, and of course, also keep track of when the enemy is there. Chain lightning! The Hex Tech Dragon is about to spawn. Don't forget lightning field. A dragon just spawned. Kill it, and the dragon soul is yours.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill.
With stronger vision, your enemy won't have a single chance to get back in the game.
Yes.
You'll probably finish the job soon, but next time, you might want to catch the minion waves better so you don't lose farm. GG Baron is down, and you're buffing your minions. Pushing time is here.
An enemy has been slain. A summoner has disconnected.
I'm moving as fast as I can.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Sure.
Shut down.
It's quite late in the game. Maybe invest in a big potion. It could swing the battle in your favor.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
first Elder is coming, and it's coming soon. Get ready. An Elder Drake that provides a brutal damage buff has just spawned. You probably don't want the enemy to have that. Nasha will be here soon, and you're so ahead. Think about moving your wards and clearing enemy vision. You might be able to force a team fight there. Nice! The Elder buff is in your hands. For a few moments, you have a pretty strong execute damage multiplier. Given this power buff, it pays to summon fights at almost every opportunity.
How come I didn't get invited to this slaughter? Buy my voice pack, soldier.